Hey, good morning, you guys. I hope you're doing amazing today. It's morning for me, so I just say I hope the Lord that you're in the blessing, that you just receive his blessings today because he is good. Hey, listen, I want to share with you again on vision. I want to talk about vision, character, focus, all right? Now, we talk about vision. Where there is no vision, the people perish, meaning that they cast off restraint. They stop disciplining their lives the way that they should discipline their lives to see the promise fulfilled. Okay, so God has a purpose and a plan for everyone's life. So we just have to be able to understand that very thing. And we have to believe that, because we have to walk by faith and not by sight. So we believe that no matter where we are in life, what the situation is or the circumstances, no matter what has happened, God has a purpose and a plan for our life. Now, one of the first things that God begins to do is he begins to get us to work on our character. Now, character is a thing that's a choice. All right. It's a choice. We have the option to choose to do what the Bible says and what God expects us to do, or we can choose not to do it. Just because we get saved does not mean that God takes away our free will. It's still a choice. It's an option. So what the Bible tells us to do, we have to begin to surrender to that. When Adam and Eve were put in the garden, they were put in the garden with the tree of the knowledge of good and evil and the tree of life. It would have been a choice for them every single day, every moment. Which one are you going to choose from? And that's the way life is for us on a daily basis. Now, Jesus tells in the book of Matthew chapter 6, and he's talking about the Sermon on the Mount, or he's going through the Sermon on the Mount. He talks about storing up treasure in heaven. And he ends up saying that we have to be careful about how we see. He said, let your eye needs to be healthy. One version says it needs to be single, and that's Matthew 6:22. So I want to use the version that says single because I think it gets to the point, which is let your vision be focused on Jesus. Let it be focused. And when you're focused on Jesus and you're focused on eternal reward and stored up your treasures in heaven, then that's where your heart is. And your desire is to consistently be storing up those treasures. Now, anything that you're doing in life, no matter if you're at the grocery store, if you're at your own home and you're doing chores around your own home, everything you're doing with in mind of doing it for Jesus and for him to get the glory. So God develops character within us in all of those things by us deciding that what we're doing for the Lord. And every single day we make that choice and we stay focused on him in those little things, because it's the little foxes that destroy the vine. So in developing character, he will consistently have you dealing with those little things in your life that you have to make the correct decisions for, that you have a choice to make a decision about. He'll have you dealing with those little things, and those little things end up translating into bigger things. Be blessed, y'all.